All right, let's get into it. Have you ever just looked up at the night sky and really wondered, where do we fit in all this? It's a huge question, right? Well, today we're going to dive into a pretty cool framework for thinking about that. It's like a cosmic report card for civilizations. So first things first, let's get a little perspective. The universe, it's been around for about 13.7 billion years. And us, our species, we've been here for a fraction of that time. Just 0.0015%. I mean, it's basically a cosmic blink. Now, in that blink, we've gone from sharpening sticks to landing on the moon, which is amazing. But it does make you wonder.
You know, what if we ran into a civilization that's been around for, say, millions of years? How would you even compare us? What's the metric? Is it about art, philosophy, or is it something a little more basic?
Well, back in 1964, a Soviet astronomer, Nikolai Kardashev, came up with this really fascinating idea. He thought, what if we create a scale, a sort of cosmic yardstick, to measure a civilization not by its culture, but by its raw technological power? And here's the brilliant part of Kardashev's idea. The scale ranks civilizations based on one single thing: how much energy they can control. And you see that word there, logarithmic. That's super important. It means the jump between levels isn't just a little step up. No, it's an absolutely massive astronomical leap in power. So let's start at the beginning. The very first rung on this incredible ladder, the Type 1 civilization. You could also call it a planetary civilization. For a species like us, this is basically the first major goalpost. To even be considered a true Type 1, a civilization has to be able to capture and use all the energy from its star that hits its home planet. For us, that means harnessing every bit of sunlight that reaches Earth. We're talking about a staggering 7 times 10 to the 17th power watts. It's a number so big it's almost meaningless, just an incredible amount of energy.
So where are we on this scale? Well, this quote kind of puts it bluntly, doesn't it? For all our nuclear power plants and solar panels, we don't even qualify for the first category. We're not even on the board yet.
So where are we really? Well, the great Carl Sagan actually created a formula to figure this out. And based on our total energy consumption right now, humanity scores about a 0.72. So we're technically a Type 0 civilization, still in what Sagan called our technical adolescence. But just imagine what it would be like to actually reach Type 1. We're talking about having complete mastery over our own planet. You could control the weather, stop hurricanes, prevent earthquakes. You'd basically be the masters of your own home in a way that just feels like total science fiction right now. So when do we get there? Well, the physicist Michio Kaku made some pretty interesting predictions. He thinks we could maybe hit Type 1 status in the next 100 to 200 years, okay? But look at the next steps. A few thousand years to get to Type 2, and then anywhere from 100,000 to 1,000,000 years to get to Type 3. It just shows you the insane timescales we're dealing with here.
Okay, now we're going to climb to the next level, and this is where things go from maybe someday to just completely mind-bending. We're talking about powers so huge, they're almost impossible to wrap your head around.
So a Type 2 civilization, a stellar civilization, makes this incredible leap. They don't just capture the energy hitting their little planet. Oh, no. They harness the entire energy output of their home star, all of it, every single watt. How on earth would you even do that? Well, the most popular idea is something called a Dyson sphere. The idea is you'd build this massive swarm of solar collectors, and eventually they'd form a complete shell around your entire star, just milking it for every single drop of its energy. And if you have that kind of energy, well, your entire solar system basically becomes your backyard. You could move planets around if you wanted to, mine entire asteroid belts for fun, build structures on a scale we literally cannot imagine. The whole solar neighborhood would be yours to shape and control. And if you think that sounds crazy, just look at the next jump. A Type 2 civilization gets to play with a whole solar system. But a Type 3? Their playground is the entire galaxy. Billions of stars, trillions of planets. It's just a whole other level. I absolutely love this analogy. Just think about it. Being able to take apart a solar system and just use the planets and stars like Legos. You just build and deconstruct things to suit the needs of your galactic empire. The sheer scale of that kind of power is honestly a little terrifying to think about. Let me put it another way. To a Type 3 civilization, an entire galaxy, with its billions of suns and all its dust and gas, it's all just a well-stocked kitchen pantry. Oh, you need some heavy metals for a project? Just grab them from that nebula over there. Running low on power? Go ahead and tap into a few thousand more stars. No big deal.
Okay, so this has all been really fascinating theory. But what if there's a hint, a little clue, that something like this might actually exist out there? Let's try and connect this wild, hypothetical scale to a very real and very strange cosmic mystery.
See, astronomers have found this region of space called the Great Void. And when I say great, I mean it is enormous. We're talking about a patch of space that's nearly 330 million light-years across. It's just this vast, creepy, empty spot in the universe.
And here's where it gets really weird. For a region of space that big, scientists would expect to find something like 2,000 galaxies inside of it. But you know how many we've actually found? About 60. That is nothing. Just 3% of what should be there. So, where are the other 1,940 galaxies? And that leads to this wild, speculative thought. Remember how a Type 3 civilization would suck up all the energy from billions of stars? Well, if they did that on a huge scale across thousands of galaxies in one region, would that whole area just go dark? Could the Great Void be the home of a Type 3 civilization that's basically put a giant blanket over its corner of the universe?
And that's really the thought I want to leave you with. We look out at this huge, silent universe, and a theory like the Kardashev scale gives us a way to imagine what could be out there. But it also makes the silence even stranger. If this kind of power is even possible, then where is everybody?